Well, I'm pleased to say I don't find myself in the deep end very often, but on this occasion I'm very pleased to be here because we've worked very hard to win this project to refurbish the Oaklands Swimming Pool for Southampton City Council, and it's a very important community project. Our office is less than a mile from the swimming pool. I have to say it's a project that means a lot to me personally. I've used to come to the pool myself, and I taught my children to swim here, being somebody who has lived in Southampton for many years. Being a local contractor, we've been able to ensure that we've brought in our local supply chain to make sure that the money invested in this very worthwhile project is kept in the local community. And also there's a lot of our local supply chain have actually been involved and used the facility before it got into disuse.
Back 2 years ago now, Southampton City Council decided to remove the subsidy from Oaklands Swimming Pool. We formed a group called the Oaklands Community Pool Group to campaign and save Oaklands from closure and demolition. We're here today with yourselves, who Southampton City Council have allocated £1.7 million to refurbish this swimming pool and to make it available to the community. This project is an amazing project. We've come so far, and the council has appointed Interserve to get this pool up and running again, and it's absolutely fantastic to be able to one day offer this again to the local community.
My role is to lead the project through from its initial stages through to completion and then to opening. So I work with Capita, our consultants, initially to carry out feasibility into what work was needed at the swimming pool, and to write the reports to secure the funding from the council to be able to take the work forward. We then went out to tender for a contractor. We were looking for a contractor that would sign up to some very ambitious timescales on delivering a high quality product within the very tight budget. We have a limited amount of money available, and it's really important that the project is delivered within that budget. There's a zero tolerance in terms of overspend. When we interviewed Interserve, we were very impressed with the quality of their submission, with their approach to supporting the community by reopening and working on and reopening this pool. We were thrilled that many of the people involved with the project actually used to use the pool, and there's a local office in Southampton. So it's very close to their local base. But like I say, we were very impressed with the quality of the submission, and we've got confidence that they've got procedures and processes in place to be able to deliver the project both on time, within budget, and to the quality that everybody's aspiring to see.
Well, it's very important to me because swimming is one discipline of a triathlon. And this was my stable training base for swimming, the swimming part of my triathlon. I traditionally swam 3 or 4 times a week here, and allied to the fact that I only live up the road, it was very, very, very handy.
One of the challenges around this much-loved facility at Oaklands Pool was actually that it required a significant amount of capital investment in order to continue on a sustainable basis. It was also a project and sort of a space that we were resourcing through revenue as well, to the tune of around £250,000. One of the ways of opening up the pool was actually we recognised that it needed some investment, and that's actually what we've proceeded to do now. So we've put £1.7 million worth of investment into the pool, and actually instead of continuing to support with revenue, what we've actually done is we've worked with members and our backbench lead, Councillor Sally Spicer, who's one of the Coxford councillors, has actually worked with a community group to build up that capacity so that they can run and manage the pool. And given the very difficult financial circumstances that councils they're faced in at the moment, it's really, really important that we do find really sustainable ways of actually helping facilities to remain open as a council without necessarily having to directly resource them. And Oaklands Pool has been one of those examples.
I didn't want to lose a much-loved facility. I'd just been newly elected as a councillor for the area. I was a user of Oaklands Pool, and my children learnt to swim here as well, so I obviously love the place very much. I wanted it to become just something that can still be there for the community for generations to come. and Interserve are obviously a local-based company, which brings the community feel into a community-run facility. So it's benefits to everybody.
In terms of the example of how it can work in other cities and other authorities, we're really, really excited that this is a really good example about how models can change. The provision still remains in the city, and actually it will open. We're expecting that to open fairly soon. But actually, this site is an integral piece of the city's infrastructure in terms of promoting healthier outcomes and also for our sports facilities in general. There's a real need based on sort of population growth and also health inequalities that it's really, really important that we have this space here for members of the community to enjoy and spend time in.
It's been a lot of hard work to get to this point. I was aware there was a community group that wanted to put in a business plan and come forward and say they'd like to be given the opportunity to make Oaklands work. So it was them that gave me the energy to see it have a future. So I've been working closely with them. The leader of the council then wanted me to sort of lead on this as the local councillor, and I just believe all the hard work's finally paid off, and here we are today with Interserve finally doing some work. I'd really like Southampton to be a role model for the rest of the country. There are swimming pools being closed down daily because they cost a lot of money to run. So if we can be a role model for other communities, then, you know, I'll be really pleased about that.
Ultimately, when we've completed this facility, we'll be bringing back into use a community facility that will be run by the local community for the local community for many years to come.